Here's a well-loved bottle of Whyte Mackay 13.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish I had this to pour. So I ended up buying this in the northeast of India, of all places. Only place it was available. One of the very few sherry blends that you get. So I've been looking for a bottle of that. But I just love to talk a little more about Whyte Mackay and the history of this iconic Scotch whiskey brand. And also,
Yeah.
I believe there's a little bit of an Indian connection there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I mean, you go back, and I think a lot of people we are so aware of single malt whiskies today. This is
Mhm.
a recent phenomenon, really. In my career, for sure, that has increased a lot over the last 15 years. And this interest in single malts, I totally understand because you can pinpoint a location where that came from. If you go there, you can literally meet the people that make the stuff and they share the stories, and you get a real feel for the culture which goes into the creation of these great whiskies. A blended whiskey is a slightly different proposition because it's a combination of lots of whiskies from all over Scotland. So to pinpoint
Mhm.
that single location is a little bit harder. But today, with the malt whiskies, they wouldn't be here without the blends because the
Mhm.
blends are still 90% of the Scotch whisky industry. They're a huge part of what we do here in Scotland. Some of these blends, often they carry the name of the person that created them, Whyte and Mackay, Dewars, Johnny Walker. These brands are well
Mhm.
known all over the world because of the people that made them. So yeah, the Whyte and Mackay blends that were created often did have sherry casks within them. And Whyte and Mackay is known as a whiskey that has a lovely roundness and full-bodied style of flavour for a blend. As time has gone on, these organizations have changed. People have bought them. They've become parts of different companies. And, the whiskey industry, it is actually still quite small. Everybody knows one another. The industry is quite
Mhm.
connected behind the scenes because we need to exchange whiskies for our blends. So it's no surprise to see different companies and different ownership and things like that. So yeah, at one point, as you mentioned, Whyte and Mackay was owned by Vijay Mallya,
Mhm.
which of course, a well-known figure over in India. So the Indian connection is very strong through the United Spirits company, and some of our brands, Whyte and Mackay. Your bottle came from the north, the Whyte and Mackay
Mhm.
13. So yeah, Whyte and Mackay had made it to most corners of India through that company. But now, obviously, malt whiskey is becoming so interesting, and we're seeing this in in different countries, but India also, where you have a huge amount of interest in the flavor profile, the quality of the brands, and also the locations. We're seeing a lot of people coming to Scotland from all over the world to
Mhm.
visit our distilleries, and that's something that gives us great pride.